Well, hello YouTubers, how's it going? Hopefully it's going pretty good. Well, today we are going to be replacing the upper sway bar end links on this TrailBlazer. This is a 2002 model. Now, I ordered the rear ones. They didn't come today, but I did get these guys right here. They even come with some grease fittings. We are going to put these on that SUV and make it ride and get that noise completely gone from the front end, especially when I hit holes. A lot of rattling up here going on, and also in the back we have to replace those, but that'll be a separate video when those come in a little bit later. Here are the new ones. I got all four of them for $28 free shipping. Like I said, they sent the front and the rear in separate packages, so maybe they'll be here today. But I figured I'd go ahead and do these front ones since the weather's pretty nice outside, and also you get some little grease fittings. Pretty easy to put on. The only issue is if yours are all wore out really bad right here and this whole nut turns, you may have trouble getting it off. Just beware, have a grinder on standby so you can cut this off and knock it off. So let's go ahead and get this thing on there and get this vehicle fixed. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set this camera up on time lapse. I'm going to get both front wheels up in the air. I'm going to block the vehicle, and I'm going to put something in the back to block those wheels. And when I get all that up in the air, we'll come back and we'll talk about these links and show you how to put them on. Okay, here we go. Now you can see where that sway bar link is. I've got the wheel turned a little bit there where you can actually get in there and work on it. Now here is the issue when you're taking the factory ones off. You can see how loose this is here. I can move with my hand real easy. The problem is on these factory ones, there's nowhere to grip this. You can break this nut loose, but on the new ones, you can usually take a wrench and do this right here like that. And you can hold that, and then you can just simply turn this nut, but not on the factory ones. So what we're going to do is break this loose, and if this whole thing starts to turn, then I'll just get a pair of vice grips, and I think there's just probably going to be enough room in there to get a set of vice grips and hold that. If that doesn't work, then I may have to take a grinder, but let's hope the vice grips work. Before we cut that off, or take it off, on the new ones, it seems like 11/16 socket or a wrench will work on the outside bolt to tighten it down, and the inner bolt, the locking bolt there to hold that. But they both are 11/16, so it's kind of nice to have that. Okay, now having said all that, let's go ahead and see if we get this off. This one here is an 18mm nut that's on there, and I've greased it up. And now if you start to struggle with this, you can take a little heating torch, a propane torch, and heat this nut up a little bit. And it'll probably work for you that way. But I want to see. See, we see the whole thing now starting to turn. So now we'll take our vice grips and see if we can just kind of grip that real quick. See if that remedies the issue here. Fixes the issue. Oh gosh. Oh. All right. And of course, yep, that took care of it. So that's one way you can do that. And the top one should be the same process, although I'll have to set the camera up a little different because it's actually up higher and it's on the inside of that sway bar. Go ahead and get this out of here real quick. You'll be surprised if you replace these, if they're loose as this is going to make your vehicle steer so much better, and of course you won't have to worry about the noise anymore. Alright, so we'll have to redo this, whoops, redo that just a little bit better there. Let me back the camera out real quick here, rebite, get another bite on this. Alright, my 18 back on here real quick and see if that helps it. Yep, that did it. Oops, I gotta keep from hitting my camera. Only creators know this issue with tight places. Oh, the struggle is real with a camera sometimes. And there we go. I think we just about got it off. All right. There we go. So we got that off. So that's how you'll probably have to do that to get that off. So it wasn't too bad. Now we'll go ahead and do the top one. Okay guys, I got the camera on the ground pointing upward, and what you can't see is I got the vice grips on the other side here. So we're going to see if we can get this loose. And I've already greased it up a little bit. There's just no room here for you to see much. Alright. I think we broke it loose. Yep. So there we go. Nice. Alright. Yeah, I was really worried about this, having that whole unit to turn like that, but this vice grips really saved the day. And you can see the nuts coming off slow. Let me have to get another grip on it here. Let's see if I can. Yep, let me get another grip here real quick. Alright. There we go. Oh. So we'll get this back on there. There we go. It's going. I don't know if I had a good enough grip the first time or not, but this one's giving me a good fight. Just about got it off there, and it's kind of stuck there right on the edge. This one fought me to the end, I'm telling you. Alright, that was a tough one. Wow. But there it is. Yes, and it's out. Let's look at it. Alright, let's get it out. Holy moly shamogan. This one was a tough one. And there it is. And you see how bad they are. Horrible. So now all we gotta do is put the new one in, and we'll hit the other side. So let's go ahead and stick this new one in. And also, don't forget to grease these up a little bit. Like the good little mechanic I know that you are, sometimes they don't have quite enough grease in them, and make sure you put your little fittings on. And we are good to put this on and get it back on the vehicle, clean it up a little bit. So this job will save you about $400. They want about $400 to do the same job at the dealer. So just so you know, you can always save money if you have a little know-how. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and stick these guys on. Now what I do is bend these a little bit here, or if you want, you can go to the other side and go ahead and take the other side off. That way this sway bar will move up and down a lot. But I typically can get this on. I just kind of stick it in like this, and since we got that bent quite a bit, put it on like that. And then go ahead, simply put your nuts on here, and you can tighten it down just to a point where you can still move this, because you still want to be able to go to the other side, take the other one off, and let this sway bar move a little bit. So I'm not going to tighten these all the way down. I'm just going to kind of stick them on here for now, and that way later, when I get the other side on, I can come back to this side and tighten everything down. So looks like we ain't got too much more to do, so we'll go to the other side, and I'll take those off. I'll do that on time lapse so I don't bore you, and we'll get that side done.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness, wasn't that a job? Look at that. That was difficult to get off, just so you know. Have some vice grips and a grinder on standby. Luckily these are aluminum. I was able just to cut through there and bust that off, and you saw what I had to do to get that off. Wow. So you may have to get you a couple pair of vice grips and grip that like that, but they do have a place here to get this off with an Allen wrench, Allen type of a tool, but good luck with that. These are so rusted out, you'll never get that. So alright, let's put the new one on. Alright, let's go ahead and get this one on. And once again, I bent these at an angle a little bit so I could fish that on there. So I'll put the bottom one in first and then put the top one in. And voila, all we have to do is put the nuts on, tighten it down. Alright, we'll go ahead and get this one nice and tight. Now I'll tighten these down to about 70 pounds. You want these nice and tight, because there's a chance that they could come loose and rattle a little bit. So tighten them down as tight as you can get them. For now, I'm just going to snug these because my video is turning out to be pretty long, and I really didn't intend it to be this long. Alright, so we got the top one tight, and now we'll just go ahead and torque the bottom one. Finally, we'll do the bottom one. I got a good feel for these, so. And that is not going anywhere, and voila, brand new sway bar end links. Yes. Alright, go ahead and torque this one down on the driver's side. Get it on there really good. And I don't know if you noticed that. You see that? It was turning a little bit, so this wrench comes in really handy to hold that. And we are going to torque her down really good. And I like the feel of that. So let's do the top one and wrap this job up. And now the top one is tight. I know you probably can't see it, but it's tight. And now we are finished. Alright guys, so the job is done. So when I drive down the highway, no more of this. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Now I'll give you guys an update later when I get ready to do the rear ones, let you know how it is driving. I'm sure the noise is gone, and we'll hit that. We'll do the rear ones on a separate video, but say goodbye, old sway bar end links. Okay guys, this is a wrap. Thanks for watching my videos and all that good stuff. Let me know where you're watching from. Comment in the section below. And until my next video, I will see you guys later.